Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a beautiful day and your post-eclipse hangover is starting to subside. I wanted to jump on with Stef from Glowing Soul Healing to chat to you guys about something very, very special that happened last night. And basically oh, here we go. Here she is. Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. All right. There you are. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
How are you feeling post-eclipse?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think I'm on a high after last night.
Oh my God. How amazing.
It was incredible.
So I was just saying that you and I had a very special night last night with such beautiful women.
Mm.
We came to the end, so had our final closing ceremony and graduation for the group Reiki Mastership, and so it's gone on for 6 months, and which, when I think about it, it doesn't really sound like a time, does
Mm. I
it? Like,
know.
6 months, yeah, it's not like a heap of time, but when we were reflecting last night,
Feels
felt
like longer.
yeah, the amount of just growth, the experiences, the transformations, the stuff that was going on. Oh, is that my connection?
Mm. Oh, yeah, no, you're here. Yeah.
And, the amount of experience and growth that was, that we witnessed and that we were holding space for, it was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I think, now just thinking about the connection that those beautiful women are created together in that knowing that even though they've got those experiences and those, right, it's like a lifetime.
I know. It's so beautiful. The relationships, it's so powerful. It's incredible. Yeah. It's
Nice.
one of
Did
them.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I was just going to say it's one of the most beautiful parts of the group mastership, and that's what you really get out of like doing it in a group rather than doing it just one-on-one, is that ability to create a really beautiful like-minded community and connections, which a lot of us can really lack. I think sometimes in this world and in this, like when we have these interests and this love of spirituality and all of these things, sometimes we might not have like many other people who are also really interested in it. So it's really beautiful to then create these friendships with people who are on the same page as you, who are interested in the same things, that you can say, all the woo-woo things to, and you just heard and you understood. Yeah.
So true. That a lot of us go into, I guess, have our kind of awakening moments where we feel like, we sort of have that moment. I need to change my life, and sometimes that's not something you can talk with the people who are part of that life for so long. We don't always feel like we can talk to them about what's going on with us, and that's also because sometimes they're a part of that world, and we also don't want to say to them, I'm not happy with how things are, or I'm sure that this is what I want anymore, and stuff. So it's really beautiful, I guess, to find people that you can just step into your real authentic self and own that.
Yeah.
To be witnessed, to be held, to be seen, like that is really special, and I we touched on this last night in the closing ceremony. how beautiful it is that you don't even have to say things sometimes. Like we don't.
Yes.
I think that's one kind of work, is that when you're working with energy, you connect with other people, we are walking into a space. You're allowing each other that, yourself to really be seen, really be vulnerable and be open, um and that, doesn't have to be talked about. Like you feel
Yes.
it, right?
Yes, exactly. You don't have to say a thing if you don't want to, but we're there with you. We feel it. We see you. Yeah, just, even if you don't say a word, we know what you're going through because it is that deeper connection. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so special. So special. I guess looking back, it's definitely the last 6 months, what do you, as, co-facilitator with me during the group masters, what have you seen were some of your highlights?
Mm, I think I think that some of the highlights, and a lot of the women brought this up last night, was this real shift in their ability to trust and to surrender. They came into it with more of this need to wanting to like control and to, understand how everything's going to work, blah, blah, blah. And this real difficulty that they had in just letting things be and letting things play out and really softening and just trusting in, universal timing and trusting that they are where they need to be. And I think that's been one of the biggest lessons that a lot of them have learned, was that ability to trust and surrender. And you see that play out, like it has this ripple effect in their lives where things just soften and things become easier, and they have more balance. They're not putting so much weight on things that don't really have much importance. They're able to get more joy out of life, more, fun, all that kind of stuff. They're able to actually trust their intuition more too. That was a huge thing that I've seen among this group of women, that they really started to really trust in that. I think another thing that I always love is, like, at the beginning, the intentions are usually very much like, I want to be attracting this many clients a week, or I want this for my business goals. And they're really beautiful intentions to have. And you and I really support those as well, and give a lot of mentoring and guidance towards those goals. But what seems to happen is it's like the things that have to come first. It's like that personal growth that needs to develop and to that you need to go through to then let those other goals come through as well. It's like, and at the end, they sort of realized that it's like, oh, wow, this has been way more personal than I thought it would be. At the beginning, I thought I was going to learn how to be a Reiki master teacher and how to teach Reiki, and yes, I've learned that, but I've learned so much more and so much about myself, which then enables them to be the best teacher, the best practitioner they can be. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even just witnessing them go through such huge life events too in this 6 months, and the resilience and the strength and the way that they're able to get through that is just so beautiful and so powerful. And I just sit there in absolute awe. And like I said last night, I learned so much from them. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of them were, their stories coming in are inspirational, to what they've experienced in their lives so far. And then what happened throughout the 6 months as well. And, there were, we had babies born.
2 babies.
2 babies were born in, but also had a lot of other really deeply personal things happening, and people facing physical stuff, physical challenges, business, life, like lots of different things were going on. And, I always think about how Reiki, we talk about this a lot, how Reiki really chooses you in terms of the time. Like, you'll know, like, when you're ready for the next level, or, even the first level. But with the mentorship, it is also true in that it doesn't matter what is happening in your life. It doesn't matter if your life is going to be crazy over the next month. Nothing's happening at all. It's always the perfect time. I just see it time and again, and it's true because the mastership is a completely unique experience, which absolutely blows my mind. Like, the private mastership, but even in the group, how crazy how each one of these, people will come into it completely different stages in their life and go through a completely different experience and it's just so me like it doesn't matter who you are and where you're at, like it's always going to meet you where you need to be and you help bring you through that particular experience and through to the other side. It blows my mind every time.
I know I'm the same. Like you get to the end and you're like, wow, like wow, it's incredible. It's such an amazing journey that we all go on together. And yes, even though people are in different stages of their journey and in their lives, there is this sense of mirroring that, they see a part of themselves in each other. And, there's something that they can teach that person, and there's something that person will be teaching them through their own journey and through their own experiences. And again, that's that beautiful, group healing experience that you're not healing as an individual, you're healing as this group. Yeah.
So special. So I guess that just talking about the in general, basically, it is a little bit different to other lineages. So, I might just back and I always get asked this question, like, what the lineage? What does that mean? And I think that first important to recognize that Usui is the traditional form of Reiki. Even just Usui Reiki has so many lineages, so many sort of types, like a family tree, and we are all connected to Usui as the first teacher, who formalized the practice, but his teachers started to, I guess, add or edit, and change some of the practices and the teachings. That has continued to happen over time, and so what are little offshoots of different types of Reiki, Usui Reiki, and I keep saying that because there's hundreds of types of Reiki in general that don't all come from Usui himself. So with our particular Usui Reiki, but again, it is a type and it through another lineage, and is more an apprentice style. So it's a longer contained, weekend mastership or over a few days or something like that. So it's the training and the mentor is a minimum of 20 sessions, and they can be conducted privately or group, and the private sessions can be done at your own. So there's a lot more flexibility in that. But the group which we're talking about, which finished last night for 2022, that was the 6 months. So we're starting again in 2023 in February, which I'm so excited about.
No.
We've already got 4 people joined for that particular group, and we'll open it up for a couple more. I just can't. Another amazing, and we're already starting to talk about ways in which we can improve it and what we can do and all of that sort of stuff as well. And basically every single session is somewhat tailored to the group and the large amount of room for flexibility. you know, in terms of what people want to get out of it, and also what needs are, intentions are, stuff. So this year we had quite a cohort who were interested in teaching Reiki. That became a part of what I'm learnings, and then all of them were practicing with clients, so a big part of it. But you know, we also have the personal side of it, which everybody comes into dip to some, you know, to some degree, knowing that they're going to have to go through this. Because I had one of the students last night said, she described this perfectly, and I came in thinking master of Reiki, but I'm a master of my, and you know, I think that is true. That's what the real objective, that you get to the end knowing that in order to, you know, do all the things that you know, do, and be who you be, like a large part of it is connecting with who you really are, and you know, that is Reiki. Really, you know, it was so beautiful watching everybody through that journey and together and talking about it. They realized that what Reiki meant now to them, and how it absolutely isn't just a practice that they have to, you know, follow this little ritual to connect with, and all that stuff. It's on their absolute way of life. And it was listening to the way that, you know, session, obviously we're healing and connecting with them. I'm sure Steph, you to like, do you remember at the start, and you can feel like maybe it'd take a little while to connect with people, allow you in and stuff. And
definitely. Oh yeah, just like
so energetically, you know, I think that's a big part too, is just energetically watch, or you know, feel it, how it grows, experience as well. Energetic connect. Oh, it's amazing. And the gifts that were
that were I know. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Light language, like their intuition, everything just, you know, streaming through and opening up these gifts that they already had. It was just uncovering them.
So beautiful. It's been such a ride, and everyone, I'm so I feel like you. I'm just hot from last night.
It's beautiful.
I remembered one of the students last night after her final attunement. For those of you unsure, an attunement, one of the things that sets Reiki apart to a lot of other sorts of modalities, basically, it is a process in which the teacher holds a space and performs kind of like a ritual to, you know, it's a very sacred practice on from the student. And the idea is that in order to receive this particular level of Reiki, the student is attuned, like literally attuned to a different level of consciousness. So in order to achieve, we follow this particular ritual, and a lot of effect out, you know, and a lot of experience be had by the particular student. Sometimes it brings up things, it can be emotional. Sometimes it's emotional because people can actually become a lot more open and aware. You know, they tend to feel the presence of guides, or, you know, light, that sort of thing, which happened last night. I know a few of them were feeling super supported and connected to loved ones, and, you know, light beings and things, which was beautiful. And then one student, I remember saying to her, "How are you feeling after your achievement?" And she was just sitting there emotional, and she couldn't even open her eyes, and she was just so elated and said, "Loretta, I am the entire city."
Oh, I love it.
Much. And I think I want to share that because I can't imagine how else to put that into words in terms
Yeah.
of what that actually means. Like, you know, besides saying I am like I am everything, right? All
Yeah.
encompassing. Like I'm in it. Yeah, just yes, expansive and so beautiful. So yeah, and it's crazy that just how, you know, people up to that sort of level. Yeah, and I and I'm sure I'm certainly the have attunements where you always remember them, like you
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yes, yes, definitely. Yeah. And last night was, yeah. Oh, it was huge. It was beautiful. I think
So
we were
beautiful.
all crying at the end.
Yeah. So much love.
Yeah.
And it was funny reflecting on how hard, I bring that up as well. I mean, we've talked a lot about how beautiful and how light and seeing the experience. I think it goes without saying, in order to really reconnect to who you are, there's a lot of shit that has to come up, right?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot you have to go through to get there. Yeah.
There's that comes up, and just to faith, I think, but also I think that's the beauty, is that you are working through, I guess walking through, and you are learning to that part of who you are. And that is, that is something really profound and special. And I mean, you can love any time, really, right? Like it's get to that point of acceptance.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
So beautiful. And so here West, our mastership, as I said, begins in February, and also also started talking some guests as well who will come and teach other things and do different classes and things like that as well, which I'm really excited to do. And we do that you have options of learning, some new things, some mentoring stuff, things that will also help with their practices. Some of them are more stuff about the self, and then other things are also about, to help them as a practitioner. Yeah.
So exciting.
You are please get in touch with either Stef or about singing next year. As I said, we've got a couple left. Lastly, I guess we talked about this last night. We always feel like we grow through the month. What would you say, personal level? What would you say that you felt like you even got out of this year?
Oh my gosh, so much. So much. It was such a big 6 months for me too, personally. I mean, I think it comes back to surrender. I feel like was part of my journey as well, was the surrender. Yeah, I don't know. It was a big personal up level for me, and I feel like I've sort of just come out of this cocoon now after the last 6 months. So yeah, it's huge. Again, it's another opportunity for us to reconnect to ourselves and meet all these different parts of ourselves again and again and again. Um, so yeah, it was big. It was big. I think surrender, trust, and yeah, a lot. Oh, it was a lot,
Yeah.
as you know.
And I feel like you well, I guess I'll ask you what you think. I know when you're holding space for another
Mm.
group, especially, do you feel you can show up and authentically do that if you haven't or you don't show up that way yourself?
Like, can you show up authentically if you don't for yourself?
Mm,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think so. Can you?
yeah,
Yeah, I think to be in your authentic self for that other person, you need to be putting that work in for yourself.
mm,
Yeah. And then that makes you a better teacher, a better mentor, a better practitioner. Yeah, I think we need to go through this as healers because the things we learn, we then are able to share that with our clients and to guide them through similar situations or emotions or challenges that they might be going through. Everything we go through always comes back in clients, doesn't it? Like, yeah,
so that.
because they are our mirrors. And
Mm,
yeah, so it's beautiful to remember that when you are going through something challenging, you know that you're learning something to then gift to another person one day as well.
so true. It almost makes it worthwhile.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so beautiful. Um, I think that this has taught me that, please,
Mm.
and group mastership as well, because um, you're holding space for a group of who are really committing to not just each other. That's the right. Like when
Mm.
the group comes in, committing to themselves, like in a private mastership, but they're also committing to one another,
Yeah,
being to being the
they
best
are.
for each
Hmm.
other as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is so powerful. Oh,
Mm.
nice.
Yeah.
So so buzzy. I feel so.
Yes. Great.
Is there anything else that you wanted to add there?
Mm. I don't think so. I think I mean, I just would say if you're thinking about doing the mastership, just trust in that pool. Like we said, Reiki will choose you. You'll know when the right time is, and it's always going to be perfect timing. So just trust in that and get in touch if you want to hear a little bit more about it. But yeah, I'm so excited to get started again in February. A little bit like, whoa, do this all over again. In the best way, though. I can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. We
Yeah.
can do it.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Thank you.
absolutely love and adore you, and
Yeah.
it is such an honor to be able to stand and teach you and
Oh, same.
hold space for you. Like, yeah, and everyone feels your love and your light so much, and yeah,
Thank
you,
you. I love you too. And I mean, the same goes for you, Loretta. You're just incredible. And it's always an honor to be able to work with you. So, yeah.
you. All right. Well, have a good day and enjoy
You too.
the summer off from shipping. And yeah, just get in touch. And I look forward to seeing all of you who are joining us in February. And if you're wanting to do it again, you are so welcome.
Yes.
We've done it
Yeah.
privately, ourselves or somebody else, or you've done the group before as well. Other thing is that every single time we join in, it is
Yeah.
it is a completely new. a new journey as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mwah.
Oh,
Good
bye.
afternoon.
Yeah, have a beautiful day. Bye, everyone.